debate.
So maybe you should do a little
This is why nothing
reading.
gets done in this town, because you guys figure back and forth and talk about items that shouldn't even be city business. Proclamations are not city business. We should be worried about getting jobs, like good paying jobs, not retail McDonald's tire shop stores. I remember when I moved to this town, there was like, your dad worked at the factory. They worked at Beckman's, they worked at the vitamin factory, Johnston's, the registry. You know, what happened to those jobs? Yeah. And what happened to those people after those plants shut down? They left. Imagine if they stayed. Imagine if those people were stayed in the revenue that Porterville could go. But no, we still live in the past here. You know, nothing progress because we figure on these items. One time I went to council, it was like 3-4 months, and you guys were figuring about the lighting at the park, and there was a grant for it. You know, it's like, you know, the staff worked real hard making these items up for you, but you want to figure about 25 cents and this and that. It's like, you know, what's funny is I thought it was real funny about, okay, my well's gonna run dry, but I'll have a backup city pump. Well, wow, I wish everybody could have a backup, you know, well, I'm out of money, but maybe Mike will just give me money. Like, you know, it's just because one businessman, you know, it has to be an even playing field for everybody that wants to come in here and do business. You can't choose one or the other. It should be, you know, transparent. But for you guys to bicker and over-talk each other and not follow like even a simple order, and right here, 1718, on the next scheduled council meeting, well, you should have just watched your wording.
Thank you. Anyone else who wishes to address the council? Seeing none.
Hello, my name is Royer Zendel, and I'm from Clovis, and I came all my way to support the LGBT community here and also to speak on behalf of transgender people in this area who are not out, and I don't blame them considering the adversity we've seen here earlier this evening. I also wanted to personally thank you, Mayor Garola, for all that you've done for our community. You are my hero. Thank you so much for what you've done. And so every time that one of these fellas here say something against you, you remember that you have our community backing you, and we value you. And what I don't understand is that any group can apply for a proclamation. But since it's our group, that's when all of the chaos is let loose. I don't understand that. How is that equal? That any other group can ask for a proclamation, but when it's our group, it's an issue. Now, think about that. Ask yourself what it is you're afraid of. Ask yourself, do you have any gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender friends? And I know that there was a comment made about dinners and socials, and that's all we do for the community, but so we have them. But are these other people attending? Do they even know how much about our community do you really know about in order to say that you can't have this or can't have this? Some people earlier today said, this isn't about hate, it's not about hate. But I'm sorry, but when it's deciding what we can and can't have, yes, it is about hate because it's restriction solely for how we identify, which is not our choice. And I think if you knew gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender people, you would understand that. You have a lot of support, Mayor Garola. You should be very, very proud of what you've done. You've made history and you've set a precedence for equality. And it's just a matter of the rest of Porterville to try and catch up where, I mean, there's some that aren't not trying. But I come from an equally conservative area, Clovis, and they didn't have this proclamation even reaching the meeting. And it's because of that, someone I have known committed suicide because of the lack of diversity, the lack of support for all groups, not just one group. Any group can apply. This isn't, we're not trying to be special or anything. We just want to be recognized because so often have we not been. So often have we faced such adversity, so much to the point some of us have spent the majority of our life not disclosing who we are. And I thank you, Virginia Garola, for doing what you did because you make it possible for people to be themselves and be proud of who they are and the group they belong to. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the council? Please come forward.
Good evening, Mayor. My name is Andre Gomez, and I am...
Raise your microphone, please. There you go.
Thank you. My name is Andre Gomez, and I am a resident of Porterville. And I just wanted to address the council this evening regarding the proclamation. First of all, I would like to thank you, Mayor Garola, for instating the proclamation. I was sitting here on Tuesday, and I couldn't believe the horrific things that people were saying. I didn't know anyone in this room, with the exception of a few people. But nonetheless, there was hatred towards me for being an LGBT member, which I had no control over. Thank you for reminding me to use my voice, because after Tuesday, I felt that I needed to come out and be who I was. And thank you very much, because without you proceeding to have this proclamation, I probably would still be in the closet. And thank you very much, because it's a beacon of hope. And no matter what anyone tells you, know that you'll always be in my heart, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the council?
My name is Jim Reeves. I'm a resident of the city of Visalia. I want to thank you, Mayor Garola, for the proclamation that you issued at the last meeting that I attended. I was very shocked at the response, frankly. I thought there would be some commentary against it. But to have so much hatred directed at you and the LGBT community in Porterville was just really disheartening. With the issue of changing the rules and procedures for the proclamation, I don't have any problem with that. I think if the council wants to do that, that's fine. That's within their prerogative. It would be fine with me. Issuing the other resolution that the councilman Ward suggested, I'm fine with that too. That seems like a nice resolution. Rescinding the mayor's proclamation is nothing but an action of hatred towards the LGBT community, and I think it would be a shame if this council did that. Your council has already gone down in history with the 2008 resolution in support of Proposition 8. I think it would be a shame if it also went down in history as being the first council to rescind a gay pride proclamation. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Seeing none?
Thank you, Barry Kaplan from Porterville. I want to take this opportunity to express some of what's happened in the last 2 weeks. You saw only a very tiny part of the outpouring of the community here in Porterville that was expressed support for the mayor directly to her, indirectly, and showed up again here in numbers. Who you saw and who you heard from, and maybe some of it was also forwarded to each of you. Cam, you can wake up, please.
Please. Remarks to, wait a minute, keep the remarks to.
Bad eyes or what?
Please.
Okay.
Okay,
So, who responded were men, women, and children of your community, the future of all ages. They were Christians, they were people of every other faith, they were people of no faith at all. They were every color, race, kind, and creed representative of our entire community. Porterville in the mid-60s, when a lot of you were growing up here, was about the size, I think, of Strathmore is today. I think roughly 5,000 people. Now it's 55,000 people on its way to 120. It's not the small little rural village that it was when you were growing up anymore. It has people who have come here from all over California for all kinds of reasons. And there's only going to be more. It's going to double in size. It's time for you to step up and represent the 50 of the 55,000 people who have come here since the mid-60s when you were children, and that's who your constituency is today. And that's who spoke to you today. They spoke to you last Tuesday. They spoke to you every minute between, not last Tuesday, but 2 weeks ago, every minute between June 4th and today, asking you to come into the modern world. It's not confusing. We heard Ms. Townsend speak, saying she wants this whole list of slew of proclamations. She wants a straight month. She wants a incest month. She wants a polygamy month, and she wants a bestiality month. Well, it's very simple. On the website that anybody in the world can request, can look. There's a form. It's a half-page form. That's how every proclamation you issue 2 or 3 times a month gets filled out. Somebody wants it for their group, they fill it out, they say why, the mayor, whoever it is at the time, signs it. Cam Hamilton, when he was mayor, he took it on himself to issue ceremonial keys to the city when he never told the council about it. I checked the minutes. So let's keep that in mind.
Time's up.
Time's
Thank
time.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who
Last
wishes?
time you start
Wait,
thinking about Miss Townsend, Barry, you almost got in
Wait.
trouble, so you gotta be careful.
Can we continue? Go
Let me
ahead.
clarify, I was using hyperbole, I'm sorry, I'm using hyperbole and exaggerated. I was being exaggerated to show how ridiculous this is. I was using